everybody, welcome back to the Teeny Tinkers channel. I make ball jointed doll and craft related content. Today I have Millie here. She's gonna hang out since I haven't had one of my MSD girls along for a video in a hot minute. So what I'm showing you today is what I have in my budget Faceup container, my budget Faceup supplies. I note that I am out of MSC and I am out of Aleene's Finishing Matte Spray, which are the two things that I was using up until now for sealant. I'm out of sealant. There is no sealant in there. But I do have some other things, pretty inexpensive, but get the job done. Again, I don't take like Faceup commissions. This is just for my own practice and my own dolls. You can kind of see the kind of work I'm able to produce, which is not professional quality, but is actually, I think, pretty cute using these supplies. So without further ado, let's find out what's in my budget Faceup supply kit. So at the top, I've got some Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. I have tried a couple more expensive brands, and from Michael's, which is like a craft store here in Canada. So when I want to redo a Faceup, these work great. There's 24 in here. There's a few more because there's some extra ones, and that pretty much covers all the shades you would need for at least like a basic Faceup. If you're getting into fantasy colors and stuff, you might need a few more than that, but these work really well for me. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart sometimes. Just any art supply store will have these. So yeah, that's my first staple. My second staple, and I've lost the case for them, but they are Paint Mark is the brand. I got these on Amazon. They are watercolor brush pens. So they work like markers, like fine tip markers, but they are watercolor paint. They work amazingly well. I love these for using the black, say for eyeliner. I use the brown for lashes and freckles. I like to use all the pinks and reds to do like lipsticks, anything that has like a solid line. Haven't really experimented with using the bright greens and stuff too much, but you can, because they are watercolor paint, you can brush them on and then use like a cotton cloth or something and dab it. I believe the full set was like 20 bucks or something, and these work great. They're really good for those like me who are just learning and haven't mastered the art of like fine lines without like a marker type moment. I also have a couple magic erasers. This one's partially used, this one's not used. There might be more in there. These are great to have on hand. If your sealant comes out too shiny for whatever reason, you can buff them out with a magic eraser. I also use these when I'm removing Faceups or like Faceup residue or whatever, just to kind of buff it even. They were really handy when I removed Millie's tattoos. So yeah, definitely keep a couple of these on hand too. Next, I have a huge thing of white acrylic paint. I occasionally will use acrylic paint to do tattoos, or if I want like a more solid lip color. This is great also to line like the inner edges of eyes to kind of make them pop a little bit, or to add a little bit of white to like a Cupid's bow. I usually mix down my acrylic paints with this same brand. They look identical almost. But this one's a matte medium, and it just makes it less shiny, and it just, I don't know, I just like the way it looks better when I kind of mix them in 50-50 quantities. These I picked up at Walmart, and they were like $5 a piece, and there's a lot in there, so hard recommend. Next, I have some Praying Gallery. These are a hot mess right now because I've been using them for like a year. You can see that they're all scraped up and beat up. But these are my chalk pastels. I got these off Amazon. There's 24 in there. I'm missing a couple now because they have gone missing in the abyss of my life. They work so well. I actually bought these ones, the Faber-Castell, because I like the watercolor pencil so much. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but the pigment is not coming off these. It's like stiff, it doesn't work as well, and they were like 3 times or twice the price of these ones. So I've got these ones. I don't know that I recommend these. It could be something I'm doing wrong, but I do recommend these, especially if you're just learning how to do face-ups. I have a couple little baggies of eyelashes. These are from AliExpress. They're very inexpensive. They look heckin' creepy when you put them on because they're so long. I think I bought them too long, but it actually looks really great once you trim them down. That's what Millie's got on now. And I think they look pretty cute on her. Next, I've got my Mineral Fusion, which is an acetone-free nail polish remover. It works wonders, and it's not as harsh as, obviously, an acetone removing one, I guess. But this was like 12 bucks. You can buy it on Amazon, well.ca. I don't know, you could find it around. But it works super well. It's not very expensive, and it's super accessible. So, and most importantly, it works really well. This is a staple. The top is all crooked, but we have some Aleene's original tacky glue. This is what I use to put on piercings or eyelashes or anything like that. I also use this in other craft projects. I used it when I tried to make a wig, but I was terrible at it. But this can be found at pretty much any craft store. You can usually also find them at places like Walmart, etc. And they're like $4, $3 for a tube this big. In this little baggie, I keep all of my paints. I do have acrylic paints. I don't use them as often for face-ups unless I'm going for a really bright color, like a black lipstick or a bright red matte lip. Then I'll use something like this. So these are just simply acrylic. Again, I'm pretty sure they're from Walmart. They're super inexpensive, but they get the job done. I can't say how well they would work to make like a gouache paint and make like eyelashes and stuff with. Couldn't tell you because I use my watercolor brush pens for that, and then sometimes my watercolor pencils. But I have them on hand just in case I ever get real creative. And finally, in here, I also have my paintbrushes. I have one very fine-tipped, they're all falling out, hey. But they're just, again, inexpensive. Daleroni. I'm not sure what that brand is. I can't remember where I got it, but I would have not paid very much for them. Probably just like a Michaels or something. And then over here I just have some sculpting tools and an X-Acto knife because you never know when you're going to feel like sculpting something. Also, I have this. This is supposed to be one of those like eyebrow razor things, but it sucks. But it works perfectly to scrape pastels, so that is what that is in there for. You can often see these exact products in action if you watch any of my face-up videos. So if you just go into the video section of my channel, I do have a playlist for all my face-ups. You can check it out. You can watch me use the products and kind of see how they apply and all that. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!